Hunger looms large in many communities throughout the country. With the pandemic, economic challenges, and natural disasters have shown just how quickly a family can fall out of food security.
And many people want to help, but are just unsure on how to do that. So that's why we have world-renowned speaker, author, and cook Simon Munjadar joining us to share the best grocery lists and recipes to help feed the hungry. Welcome to the show, Simon.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for inviting me.
So glad to have you. Now, first, talk about how hunger is a huge problem we're facing right now.
Well, I mean, even before the pandemic, there were 35 million people across the United States, 10 million of those children who didn't know if they were going to eat every night. So that was tough, but it's got worse, as you said. Right now, people being displaced, if there's been wildfires, hurricanes, floods. Plus, we've had the pandemic itself, people losing their jobs, or people who may even have COVID and are stuck at home. So we hope they're all doing really, really well right now. But I think it's a good time, I think as an American, I'm a new American, for us to go out and show people kindness by putting together great grocery packs and going in and making sure that they've got the food they need to get by.
Wow. Now, what are some ways people can help a neighbor in need right now?
Well, I think the key is that you don't know your neighbor unless there's someone very close and you can go into their home right now. You don't know if they have refrigeration. You don't know if they can defrost or keep things in the freezer. So for me is to look at things that you can just pick up in the grocery store that will help people. Things like packaged milk, things like oats that you can use in the morning for cereal, but you could use in the evening for breading. Things like cans. We often look down on cans, but they're packed at the right time when the flavors inside them are at their most nutritious. So beans and lentils, tomatoes, they're absolutely wonderful. Spices. One of the things we think about is, we've got bland food, but if we add spices to it, it can be really wonderful. So give people a little range of spices as well. Give them a little dried cabinet of things that they can use all the time.
I love the spices tip. That's not something we normally think about, but that's a great one. So what can people do to continue to make a bigger impact?
Well, it's a great question. So I particularly work with Convoy of Hope. They have fed over 100 million meals to people during the pandemic, which is incredible. But I want to help set them up so they can feed 100 million people more. Now, I hope they don't need to, but if they do, I want them to be ready. So for me, go and have a look at convoyofhope.org, their website. But what you'll also see on there, if you want to have some fun like I did, is I've done some recipes where everything in these two dishes on the recipes in there are done from dried and canned food. And I'm really pleased with them. I think they're not just nutritious, but they're really delicious, which is the point of all food.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. And for more recipes, sample grocery lists, and other tips on making a significant impact for someone in need, visit convoyofhope.org/Simon.